Capstone project as a thesis and a research work. Based from CHED Memorandum Order No. 25 Series of 2015, the thesis capstone project are required for candidates for graduation in all computing programs. Both the thesis and capstone projects are terminal project requirements that would not only demonstrate a student's comprehensive knowledge of the area of study and research method used but also allow them to apply the concepts and methods to a specific problem in their area of specialization. What is a thesis? It is a report of a scholar upon some piece of research which she has completed. In the area of computing, it is defined as a technical report on a systematic investigation of a problem that can be solved using computing. It may include a solution, an approximate or partial solution, a scientific investigation, or the development of results leading to the solution of the problem. Capstone project, an undertaking appropriate to a professional field. It should significantly address an existing problem or need. An IT capstone project focus on the infrastructure, application, or process involved in implementing computing solution to a problem. Responsibilities of a capstone project student. Upon enrollment in the thesis capstone project, the researcher has the sole responsibility of conceptualizing, undertaking, monitoring, and writing the thesis report. It is therefore necessary for a researcher to learn the necessary skill and competency in the conduct of a research. Although there will be an assigned advisor who will guide the student researcher in the conduct of the study, it is not the advisor's responsibility to feed everything to the researcher, because this defeats the purpose of teaching a researcher to be independent and to be competent. Besides, it will be the researcher who will present the result of the study. Oral depends and not the advisor. A. Project duration. The thesis capstone project will be complete within 2 semesters. Capstone Project 1 and Capstone Project 2. In case that the student will not be able to comply the requirements within the prescribed semester, he or she will be given another 2 semesters as extension to complete the capstone project. Failure to complete within the 4 semesters duration, the student will be required to re-enroll Capstone Project 1 and Capstone Project 2. Considering that the average lifespan of a software is 3 years. In case the student will pass thesis Capstone Project 1 but will fail to complete Capstone Project 2 within 2 semesters, the students will be required to enroll thesis Capstone Project 1 and thesis Capstone Project 2. B. Project Group Composition. The Capstone Project Group will be composed of at most 3 members, depending on the complexity of the project. Students will be allowed to choose their group members, but still the subject teacher has the final decision to approve the said group depending on the capability of the members of the group. C. Project Advisor. The Dean Program Chair is given the authority to select the students, advisor, and panel members. Based from the faculty members' competency and expertise on the capstone project topic, the selection of advisor for the capstone project will be limited to those faculty members from the ICT. Appointment of advisors from other department, college, institution, universities will be allowed on a case basis. Construct of Service, COS. Faculty members may handle capstone project advisorship provided that there be a permanent faculty member who will be a co-advisor to ensure that there will be somebody who will assume the advisorship once the contract of the former is terminated. The maximum member of capstone project advisorship is 5 per faculty member. D. Panel composition. The Dean Program Chair will assign qualified and competent faculty members who will constitute the defense panel. The defense panel shall be composed of the following. 1. Chairman. Preferably, the Dean Program Chair or a faculty with at least master's degree. 2. Members. 1 may be a content expert. Duties and responsibilities of the panel chairman. Brief the proponents researchers about the proposal hearing oral defense program during the actual proposal hearing or oral defense, respectively. Issue the verdict. The verdict is an unanimous decision among the 3 members of the thesis capstone project proposal hearing, or oral defense panel. Once issued, it is final and irrevocable. Nominate a thesis capstone project for the Outstanding Research Capstone Project Award. F. Duties and responsibilities of the panel members, content expert. Validate the endorsement of the advisor. The panel serves as internal auditors, putting some form of check and control on the kind of thesis. Capstone projects being approved by the college. Evaluate the deliverables. Recommend a verdict. Listen and consider the requests of the advisor and or the proponent's researchers. Nominate a thesis capstone project for the Outstanding Research Capstone Project Award. G. Duties and responsibilities of the project thesis capstone project subject teacher. The subject teacher is by default the advisor of all groups assigned to him or her. Announce research capstone project areas at the start of each semester to the students. Conduct general meetings with the students to discuss the capstone project guidelines, policies, and deliverables, and to allow the student to raise and clarify issues. Select proposal hearing and oral defense panel for each team. Schedule research. Capstone project activities such as the deadlines of deliverables and proposal hearing and oral defense sessions. G. Duties and responsibilities of the project thesis capstone project subject teacher. Post schedules proposal hearing and oral defense guidelines, requirements guidelines, and other announcements. Furnish every member of the proposal hearing and oral defense panel with all the necessary capstone project documents before the proposal hearing or oral defense. File at least 1 copy of the proposal hearing and oral defense panel's evaluation, including revisions, and the revised and approved deliverables at every stage of the research capstone project. Submit collated grades of students under his or her section for that term. H. Duties and responsibilities of the advisor. Ensures that the study proposed by the student conforms to the standard of the college and has immediate or potential impact on the research thrust of the university. Guide the research capstone project students in the following tasks while in the proposal stage. Defining the research problem objectives in clear, specific terms, building a working bibliography for the research, identifying variables and formulating hypotheses, if any, determining research design, population to be studied, research environment, instruments to be used, and the data collection procedures. H. Duties and responsibilities of the advisor. Meets the team regularly at least twice a month. Note, the team must seek proper appointment to answer questions and help resolve impasses and conflicts. Advisor must remind the proponent's researchers to do their work properly. Reviews truly all deliverables at every stage of the research Capstone project to ensure that they meet the department's standards. The advisor may also require his or her proponent's researchers to submit progress reports regularly. Recommends the proponent's researchers for proposal hearing and oral defense. Recommends the proponent's researchers for proposal hearing and oral defense. The advisor should not sign the proposal hearing notice and the oral defense notice if he or she believes that the proponent's researchers are not yet ready for proposal hearing and oral defense respectively. Thus, if the proponent researchers fail in the proposal hearing or oral defense, it is partially the advisor's fault. H. Duties and responsibilities of the advisor. Clarifies points during the proposal hearing and oral defense, ensures that all required revisions are incorporated into the appropriate documents and/or software. Keeps informed of the schedule of research capstone project activities, required deliverables, and deadlines. Recommends to the proposal hearing and oral defense panel the nomination of his/her research capstone project for an award. As a special advisor, he or she is responsible to be a provider, an encourager, a dictator, a pushy boss, a connector, an employment agency. J. Thesis Capstone Project Presentation. As recommended by the Philippine Society of IT Education, Research Committee public presentations is required. It should be a school-based presentation open for public viewing. K. Thesis Capstone Project Turnover. Project turnover is limited to the software developed, not including the equipment used during implementation, as stated in the MOU. In the event that the student is willing to donate the equipment, it must be stated in the MOU.